Jai Hind, dear student. Today I am here to solve further word problem related to exercise 4.3. In the last exercise 4.2, I have done 3 word problem. I have given one as homework. I hope if you have any query, you can message me on my personal window. And today I'll continue with the word problem of exercise 4.3. So in that, it's question number 4, just you can try it as your homework. You may try to solve, form the equation and find the value of it. I'll do question number 5, 6 and 7. So in today's video, I'll try to make you solve question number 5, 6 and 7. I hope you all are having the question. So I'm starting with question number 5. In a class test, the sum of Shefali's marks in mathematics and English is 30. Sum of maths plus English marks is given as 30. We can assume marks of any of the subject as X. So we let X maths marks be X. So X plus English marks equals to 30. So what will be the English marks now? So English marks will be now 30 minus X. As the total of marks of maths and English is 30, I have taken marks of maths as X, so marks of English will be 30 minus X. Now we'll proceed further. Had she got 2 marks more in mathematics? So according to question, now it is given a condition. If she has got 2 more marks in mathematics, earlier her marks was in math was X, now it was increased by 2 marks more and 3 marks less in English, and she was having 30 minus X in English. Now she has got 3 less marks in English, and the product of their marks would have been 210. So product of maths marks and English marks will be 210 after the condition when the math marks is increased by 2 marks and the English marks is decreased by 3 marks. So according to question, if she has got 2 marks more in math and 3 marks less in English, then the product of their marks would have been 210. So this will be your equation for it. So let's try to convert it in the form of quadratic. So this become X plus 2, 30 minus 3 become 27 minus X equals to 210. Now again we'll open the bracket using binomial with binomial. First of all we multiply by X to both the term. So that become 27x minus x square, and 2 into 27 become 54 and 2 into x become 2x. 210. Now making x square positive, so sending all towards that side. So this become x square, 27 minus 2, 25 gone to that side become minus 25x. Plus 24 gone to that side become minus plus 54 gone to that side become minus 54. So this become plus 210 minus 54 equals to 0. So this become x square minus 25x plus when you subtract this become 10 by 4 6 0 5 156 equals to 0. So this will be your required quadratic equation. Either you may solve it by completing the square or prime factorization method or quadratic formula. I hope this could be easily solved by prime factorization method. As you know that when you make the factor of 156, that will be the factor 12 into 13. So 12 into 13 is 156 and 12 plus 13 is 25. So we'll break the middle term as 12 and 13. So x square minus 13x minus 12x plus 156 equals to 0. Making first 2 in one bracket and the next 2 in other. I have told you earlier also while applying prime factorization that when you have the minus sign outside of the bracket, then the sign inside the bracket will be changed. So now I will rub the upper part. So it was given as x square from first bracket x is take common x minus 13, from second bracket 12 is common, x minus 13, x minus 12 and x minus 13 further common, left with x minus 12. When x minus 12 equals to 0, x equals to 12. When x minus 13 equals to 0, x equals to 13. So here you are seeing that there are two different values of x. So it will vary for the marks of maths and English. So answer will be O. If math marks if you take it as 12, so English marks will be 30 minus 12, that is equals to 18. So English marks will be 18, and same way if you take the marks of maths, and if maths marks is 13, then English marks will be 30 minus 13 equals to 17 marks. So if the marks of math is 12, then the English will be 18. If the maths marks is 13, the English marks will be 17. So this way you will get two different answers, as both the values of x are positive. So both the answer will be considered. If you take the maths marks as 12, then the English marks will be given as 18. And if you take the maths marks as 13, then the English marks will be coming out as 17. So this will be two different answers. We have seen that in the previous question, there were, when the two values of x were coming, one value of x was not satisfying the given condition. So we have used only the one value of x. But here when you see that both the values are satisfying the answer, the condition of the answer, then both the values will be taken as the answer. So if the maths marks is 12, English is 13, English is 18. If math marks is 13, then the English is 17. This is question number 5. I hope this question is now clear. Now moving with question number 6. Question number 6 is given as now. Question number 6 says that the diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meter more than the shorter side. So when you all take the shape of a rectangle, then you will be able to identify where is the diagonal, shorter side and the longer side. You are seeing that length is the longer side and the breadth is the shorter side. So we can assume one value of breadth, because on the basis of breadth the value of diagonal is given there. So we'll take it as let BC equals to x. Then AC is, as it is given that the length of diagonal is 60 meter more than the shorter. If it is x, that will be 60 plus x, and other than that it is given it as if the longer side is 30 meter more than the shorter side. Longer side is this, so that will be 30 meter more than the longer side. AC is 60 plus x and AB will be 30 plus x. BC, if you have taken it as x, as BC is the shorter side, that's the breadth. So if you take the breadth as x, diagonal of the rectangle will be 60 plus x, as it is given that the diagonal of rectangle is 60 meter more than the shorter side. So that becomes 60 plus x, and the longer side, for longer side is given that it is 30 meter more than the shorter side, as the shorter side is x. So the longer side will be 30 plus x. As you know that it is a right rectangle, so it will having a 90 degrees, so it will form the right angle triangle. So here we'll apply the Pythagoras theorem. So here we'll apply according to Pythagoras theorem. AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. AC is 60 plus x, we'll make the square of 60 plus x. AB is 30 plus x, so we'll make the square of 30 plus x, and BC is x, so we'll take BC as x square. So the equation will be 60 plus x whole square equals to 30 plus x whole square plus x square, as according to Pythagoras, a square of hypotenuse is equals to sum of square of remaining two sides. So this will be your required equation. Now we'll open the bracket and form it quadratic. So whenever you will get this type of term, you will always open the bracket using the identity a plus b whole square. So here when you apply a plus b whole square, 60 square is 3600 and x square plus 2ab, that become 120x. This equals to 900 plus x square, and that becomes 60x and plus x square. As x square is present on both the sides, that will be cancelled, and now I'll put x square of that side and will form quadratic. So let's write it on the top now. So we'll rub it this part now. So after that step, so x square is remained there, plus 60x plus 60x minus 120x minus 60x, 900, so 3600 gone to that side, become minus 2700 equals to 0. So your required quadratic equation will be x square minus 60x minus 2700 equals to 0. Again here you may apply quadratic formula or prime factorization, whichever you feel comfortable. If you see that 9 3s is 27 and 9 into 9 minus 3 is 6. So we can break it with the help of 9 and 3, or we can take it as 90 and 30 as it is given there 60 and 2700. So here we take it as x square minus 90x plus 30x minus 2700 equals to 0. As minus 90 plus 30 give you minus 60, and minus 90 into minus 30 will be 2700 x square. So that will be required middle term splitting. Now we'll make the pairing. So x square minus 900x in one bracket plus 30x minus 2700 equals to 0. From first bracket x is common, x minus 90, and from second bracket 30 is common, x minus 90. So x minus 90 further common, left with x plus 30 equals to 0. So when x minus 90 is 0, x equals to 90. And when x plus 30 equals to 0, x equals to minus 30. Value of x, I have taken it for breadth of the rectangle. And you know that the breadth of the rectangle cannot be negative. So we cannot take the value of x as minus 30. So we have the option to take only one value, which is x equals to 90. So that will conclude in this way. Since breadth of rectangle cannot be negative, therefore breadth will be 90, and it is given as in the form of meter. So breadth will be 90 meter, and the length is 30 meter more than it, that become 120 meter. So the answer of the same will be breadth is 90 meter and the length is 30 meter. This is question number 6. I hope this is clear, as the breadth of rectangle was not given, and according to breadth the length and diagonal was given, and we have applied the Pythagoras theorem to get it solved, and accordingly we have got the answer as 90 meter and 120 meter. I hope this is clear now. So now I am moving with the next question, that is question number 6. Question number 6 we have done. Now question number 7. The difference of square of two number is 180. Now it is given for later with the number. So we'll take it as let the two numbers be x and y, and it is given the condition that it is asking the difference. So in these two numbers, one number we have to take it greater. Either we can take x as greater or we can take y as greater. So I am taking here x as greater. Then according to question, it is given that the difference of squares of two number is 180. So as first number I have taken as x, which is greater. So x square minus y square is equals to 180. The square of smaller number is 8 times the larger number. The square of smaller number is y square, is given as 8 times the larger number was x, so y square is equals to 8x. These are the two conditions given there. We have to get the value of x and y. Two number I have taken it as in the form of x and y. Difference of two number is given as 180. So x square minus y square 180, and the square of smaller number is 8 times the bigger number. So y square equals to 8x. Now here putting value of, suppose this is first equation, this is second equation, value of y square in equation number 1. So this become x square minus 8x equals to 180. This will be your quadratic equation. Now I'll put 180 on one side. So I'm rubbing the upper part of it now. So your upper part is erased now. So the equation will be now x square minus 8x minus 180 equals to 0. So this will be your required quadratic equation. Now you can solve the value of x again by either quadratic formula or by prime factorization. It is quite easy to apply prime factorization as 18 tenza is 180 and 18 minus 10 is 8. So we can split it as x square minus 18x plus 10x minus 180 equals to 0, as x square as minus 18 plus 10 is minus 8 and minus 18 into plus 10, that will become minus 180. So this will be required middle term splitting. X square minus 18x in one bracket, 10x minus 180 in other. First bracket x gives common, so x minus 18. Second bracket 10 common, x minus 18. So x plus 10 and x minus 18 equals to 0. X plus 10 equals to 0. X equals to minus 10. X minus 18 equals to 0. X equals to 18. So here we are getting two different values. Now first of all, let us check which value is going to satisfy our equation. Now here when you get the value of x as minus 10, so 8 into minus 10 minus 80, and when you remove the square sign, that becomes the square root of minus 80. That won't be a real number now, so we cannot take the value of x as minus 10. We'll take it the value of x as minus 18. So how we will conclude that since we cannot get square root of negative number, therefore value of x you will take it as 18, hence y will be under root of 18 into 8, that become under root 144, that become plus minus 12. So what could be two answer? Either it will be 18 and 12 or it could be 18 and minus 12. So you will write the answer as so we'll take the answer as therefore if x is plus 12, then y is if x is 18, if x is 18, rubbing this step also, if x equals to 18, then y equals to 12, or if x equals to 18, then y equals to minus 12, as two values of y are possible, plus 12 or minus 12. So in both the case, the value of x will always take it as 18 only. So here you get two answers as 18 or 12 or 18 or minus 12. So both the answers will be considered. So in today's video, I am just ending it up here till question number 7. We'll continue from the next question in the next class. I hope this is clear. If any doubt, feel free to post on my personal WhatsApp number. Till the time, stay safe, stay healthy, keep learning, keep growing. Happy learning. Thank you and Jai Hind.